Guys, what's going on? What's up? Andrew, Dhruv, Ginger, Guggan, Danish, Dhruv again, Steve-O, what's going on? Welcome. Pretty good day, solid, big green day. One play that's not working out is McDonald's. We'll go over that in a bit. But other than that, this morning at 8 a.m. we sent the chart, 8 hour chart on SPY. Yesterday I was sending it. Yesterday morning I was sending it. The day before I was sending it. Very clear channel here on SPY. We had a clear resistance rejected 3 times. We had a clear support rejected 4 times. So maybe the 4th time was a charm, right? I told you guys yesterday we were bullish. What's up, G Money? How you doing? Other Andrew and Drago. So what we were watching here on SPY yesterday, I told you guys it's going to be very hard to break out of this channel without a catalyst. What's up, Ricky? How you doing? And the FOMC minutes would be the catalyst if there was one. FOMC minutes came in pretty much unchanged from what they've been saying all year. We broke out of the channel, we closed above, we opened above, which is enough confirmation for me to turn bullish, at least in the short term. This morning I told you guys 407, 408 target. That was because the 50-day moving average this morning was at 407. Right now it's at 406.50. And we closed below it. So we could face a lot of resistance here in this 50-day moving average range. And tomorrow I wouldn't expect too much. Honestly, tomorrow is very, very key. The reason being, if we pull back hard, we may go and back test this channel before. I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm saying next week. We may go back test this channel before we take off further. But for right now, tomorrow, I'm not too bullish. Like, I know a lot of people are going to jump in call lottos tomorrow. It's Friday, you know, 0 DTs, most exciting thing in the world. What we're watching for tomorrow is we want a healthy pullback. Now, what is a healthy pullback? Change to the 30-minute here. As you guys see here, we had a little channel intraday from yesterday on the 30-minute. We got the pullback right here. So what we want tomorrow is we want a small bounce, and probably the healthiest thing for a longer term bounce in the market. We want to bounce tomorrow and we want to go sideways tomorrow. That means Monday we can do continuation to the upside. If we break back inside this channel, that's fine. Even if we go and test the support of this channel, which would put us around 400, 401 on SPY, that would be fine. Dhruv, I'm well aware. I go over post-market charts every single day. I'm talking about short term right now. So what we're doing here is, trust me, I played a bear market before. I didn't start trading 2 months ago. But what I am talking about is this 8-hour channel here is a very, very key channel. And the reason being why I'm short-term bullish is the weekly chart. So if you want to scroll out, I'll go over it again because I don't know if this is the Drew from my stock life or not. If it is, then you should know better. But weekly RSI on SPY as of last week was at 31. Historically, RSI on the weekly on SPY, when it gets down around oversold or even close to oversold, you see here in COVID crash, we had the RSI go all the way down to 21. We had a wicked V-shaped recovery. You see in 2018 when the RSI on the weekly got down to 31, wicked V-shaped recovery, and that also was interest rate related if you don't know. And if you go back even further, 2015 V-shaped recovery from those levels. And if you go back all the way to 2008 financial crisis, wicked bounce from those levels. So right now we need to cool off the RSI, which leads me to believe at least a 2 to 3 week bounce. I have looked at the charts. Trust me, I look at charts a lot. And I'm not saying we're going straight up into June OPEX, but today I made a comment. I'm saying short term, I am bullish. I'm not saying we're going straight up into the June OPEX. What I am saying is the low is most likely in. If we go back down and take out this low, then the charts are completely lying. Everything is lying because the weekly RSI was way too beat up there. We are due for a 2 to 3 week bounce, whether you like it or not. If you're in puts and you're biased, that's fine. I will be bearish as well after the June OPEX. Until then, I am bullish. Other than that, there will be wild swings up and down. They will try to shake you out of calls. They will try to do a lot of stuff. But for right now, I'm not very interested in swinging puts. QQQ, same thing. I don't really need to go over all the sectors, guys. They all move all together. IWM, QQQ, XLF, and SPY. So no point in doing that. So right now we'll go over that SPX play at the end of the day there. There are some gaps that they left here too. XLF 3440 and this morning 3450. So we do have a gap to fill on XLF now. We have a gap to fill all over the place. I mean, this gap up today, SPY and QQQ look okay, but XLF, we got a gap to fill now. So maybe financials take a break and tech takes a run. Let's see what happens. VIX destroyed today. Completely fine. They are trying to kill vol, which is a normal thing to do after an event or during an event. So let's see where VIX goes right now. But earlier in the week, I told you I'd like a visit to the 50-day moving average on the daily, which was at 25.88. So that's where I'm expecting VIX to go, at least 25.88 if they want to crush vol here and get the prices down on puts for the future. That's fine with me. I'm perfectly fine with that. So we'll go into the play at the end of the day there. SPX, we hit those calls. I told you guys that we're going to go 500%. What I had was I sold them for about 120%, 115% in 15 minutes. That's fine with me. I don't need to hold runners. I don't need to have FOMO or greed or anything. But the thing is, the trade happened. I called it out way over here. So I said I was waiting for 40.48, which would be the bottom of the cloud here. And I was going to enter 40.70 calls, 0 DTE. The reason I was looking at 40.48, you guys see the cloud right here on SPX. Didn't quite get there. We only got to the 40.50. So why did I enter? Did I chase it? Did I FOMO? The reason, the answer is no. The reason being is this rut right here. So I watched the IWM as well. This is the IWM cash index, basically, the Russell. And the 30-minute chart got very close to the white line that I wanted. So that was at 1837.1. We got to 1837.8. So about 70 cents off the 30-minute cloud. So I jumped in the SPX right when I seen that. Right about here, you've seen those calls. I got 40.70 calls for 90 cents. They ended up going for $8, guys. I sold them all for $2. Nice little trade, 15 minutes, more than 100%. It's all I can really ask for in this market, especially. I'm not looking for home runs, not looking for grand slams. I'm trying to go green day by day. That's it. So McDonald's, here it is. So we had an inflection point yesterday. We had this big resistance. We had the 50-day moving average lining up right with it, and we broke through it today. It is bullish. I'm not going to lie. I am in a few puts for next week, but this is a bullish chart setup. The only thing I like for our puts here, let me get rid of this so you can see the 200-day moving average. So the only thing I like for our puts here is, let me change this real quick. Change it to white. So that white line you see right here is the 200-day moving average. We went up above it, we closed below it. So the 200-day moving average is at 248.30. They pushed it down at the end of the day. If you noticed on McDonald's, the last 10-minute candle, they pushed it down to close it below. So we were at 248.90, which would have meant we closed the daily on top of the 200-day moving average. I use Interactive Brokers Drago. I use Questrade. I have Wealthsimple. I have TD Bank. Just ask which ones I don't have. But all accounts serve for different purposes. 248.90 McDonald's, the last 10 minutes they pushed it down. Why did they push it down that hard? I would say to close it below the 200-day moving average. So right now it looks fine. Everything looks obviously I didn't want this inflection point to break where the 50-day and this resistance lined up, as I just showed you guys. But we did close below the 200 daily. And another thing I like is the SPX here. This one's cleaner. SPX here intraday, we had an exact double top, guys. So change this as well. With 40.74.80, we hit it at 1 p.m., 1:10 p.m. and 40.74.80 we hit in the last 10 minutes of trading. So other than that, oh, the SPX shows that we broke it at the end of the day, 40.75, but my other cash one that runs 24/7 actually showed a double top, I believe. Yeah, you guys see that high at the top right there? 40.74.80 and 40.74.80. It was literally a perfect double top. I don't know why SPX is screwing up here. SPX says we broke it at the end of the day. That's interesting. But on my chart that I use, the cash index for SPX, completely double top to the cent. So what that tells me is not only are we a little bit overstretched to the upside on the 30-minute, we're a little bit overstretched on the hourly, we're a little bit overstretched on all time frames here. 4 hours as well, rejecting the 50-day moving average here. I do expect a small little gap down tomorrow. And if we get it, then let's see how the follow through is. If the sellers show up and they bring us down, then I'm completely confused for next week. Wipe my bull case, wipe everything. If we pull back a little bit, consolidate, and stay above 4,000 on SPX, I think we're fine for next week. Other than that, thank you, HK. Other than that, Walmart, great play today, hit it for 100%. You can't really ask for much more in this market. We have Costco earnings tonight. We talked about it 40 times today, and then Danish woke up at 3 p.m. and came and asked about Costco puts. But this morning on Walmart, so I was looking for an entry because I do think Costco will beat. I'll check right away. I might be completely wrong. The chart is right there. But Walmart right here, I bought it off the 30-minute cloud as well right here. The reason being it's a cheaper way to play Costco earnings. Costco earnings, $30 out of the money, calls for next week or puts for next week were over $10. What are you going to do with that? Costco's, I don't know what they do on earnings, but that's way too expensive for me to play Costco. I would pay that much for maybe Amazon or a Google or something that moves crazy, but not on a Costco. And Walmart, we jumped in here for 22 cents. We got the 130s for next week. They went up to like 45, 46, so a little over 100%. Other than that, took them off, made my position more than free. I have a few free runners. Whatever Costco wants to do, it can do. I don't really care. Baba took the lottos last night. I had a feeling because the other day the whole market was red. China opened green. So Baba earnings were yesterday. I figured there's way too many bears in Baba. I took some calls for the earnings. It was obviously earnings is always a gamble, but sometimes when you make educated guesses on earnings, it works out. As you guys seen, we nailed Bros, we nailed Fiverr, we've nailed Alibaba. There's a bunch of others that we nailed as well, and there's very few we missed. We missed that Goose for sure, but that's a piece of shit. Other than that, Baba, we took the $100 calls for next week. We took them for 45 cents. They went up almost 200. I think they went up over 250% today. So congrats if you followed. Great play, green play. Not much to say. Does it keep going? Probably. I mean, that's a strong candle here. They did leave a gap here, but it looks like they're trying to base it and bottom it somehow. So let's see where Baba and China goes. Here's Costco. Isaac, you spoke too early because it. Oh, okay. Isaac's faster than my trading view because it looks like it's bouncing back. We have to wait till Costco. We see it pre-market tomorrow because there might be a conference call. I don't know. I haven't looked into the earnings at all. Maybe they beat and lowered guidance. Maybe they missed and hired guidance. I have no idea. But for right now, the action looks like it's just bouncing back and forth. Down 1% right now, but we have to see where it opens tomorrow. Walmart probably be down too, yep. And then Walmart right back up. So other than that, that's why I took off most of my Walmart calls. I don't know what happens with Costco earnings. I was bullish. I still think they might open green tomorrow, especially in this type of market when the rally just started. If we get a day two, I think Costco will open green tomorrow. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great day. I had a green day. That's all you can really ask for in this market. Green day after green day after green day. Don't try to hit home runs. Just make some money. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.